Hey guys, what's going on? Legion Rudy here playing more RuneScape Dragonwilds. Welcome to our Daily Gaming XP Grind, episode 138. So let's jump right in, right? What are we going to be working on? And it looks like I've got all this random food from last time we were playing. Let's go ahead and try to put this stuff away. And lots of stuff that I don't think there's room for. So let's see if we can't get a little bit more of this put away. I don't have enough chests apparently, which is absolutely crazy if you really think about it. Let's drink a wild pie, and we need to get a cooking potion going so we can maximize our XP. So let's go ahead and do this. And there we go. I don't really think I want to cook the cabbage. I think I'm going to save that. We are going to be turning our clean water into drinks. So that's going to be the first thing we're going to be doing. So we're going to need quite a bit. Let's take a look. 1 second. Just want to silence my cell phone so we don't have any issues there. So let's go ahead and jump right in over here. We've got a cooking potion. We've got a wild pie active. And let's go ahead and start cooking. So I estimate this will probably give quite a bit of XP. I want to try to focus on so many different things in the game, really. It just all takes time. But that took care of those. Now let's grab these really quick. So we got quite a bit ultimately that we can actually do. And then we're going to jump to something else. Probably go back out and kill a little bit more sheep and ram. And that's probably what we're going to do right after this. And then we're going to go kill some sheep and ram. So sorry about that. Sometimes you get messages and you cannot avoid them. And it's a little bit tricky. So it looks like our chests are all actually full. So we've actually got no way to really put those over there right now. But we're going to go kill some sheep and ram. I'm trying to think, do I want to bring any other sorts of potions that might be able to help us get a little bit faster XP? I really don't think that's going to be the case. I accidentally went to the wrong lodestone. But lots of different things out here. Let's go ahead and check on the dwellberries. And there we go. So it looks like the dwellberries have respawned, which is going to be really good. Obviously, as we're trying to collect them. I don't think I go over here very often, and there's why. There's really nothing there. I figured I'd check it out and give it a little bit of a look. But I could have swore Garu used to sort of spawn right there, and they just haven't for the longest time. Usually there's a ranger or an archer sitting on top of that little platform right there, but he's not there either. Instead, he's over here, so I missed my shot. And it's night time also, which is the worst time you could possibly be out here actually doing this. Is that another one? So we've got 2 of them we're going to have to try to take on. And we're getting annihilated right now, that's for sure. So we've got to be careful. We don't want to die out here. So there we got him. I thought I missed that shot. Here we go. And he's dead. But we don't like to hunt out here in the dark. As you can tell, it's incredibly dangerous. So if we had a preference, it would not be right now. Honestly, we should just teleport because I can already see this is going to be a problem. And we don't want more problems. We want less problems. Plus, our strength is rather low. And we had actually meant to come and go to sleep anyway. So now we can get that out of the way. All right. Let's get back to it. So, lots of dwellberries all over the place. We've got to collect. So we can work on cooking a little bit more in the future. I wish I had more access to all the places in the fractured plains, but I've sort of eliminated that opportunity for myself because I've built too much. So unfortunately, we will not be able to get into it as much as we'd like to. There's actually so many dwellberries over there, and that archer's always there. So he's sort of a problem. I don't quite like. And we got another archer over here I don't really want to deal with. So we're probably going to get shot unless we teleported in time. So that's actually quite nice. Let's jump back on the other side of the river really quick so we can grab all these dwellberries. But ultimately, what's going on? Lots of updates going to be coming to the game, primarily Fell Hollow, right? And I think this is going to really change the game in so many ways, and I'm really looking forward to it. Really, I think the most exciting parts of it are, oh my gosh, two more rangers. Now we've seemed to have irritated one, which irritated the other. So now we've got to run for our life so we don't get smashed in the face by arrows, but I'm pretty sure we're still going to get hit by some. Hopefully they lose aggro. If they don't, we're gonna have to fight them, which I really didn't want to do. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Maybe we can go over here a little bit further, and then we won't have to really deal with them. Okay, so let's go this way. It looks like they sort of went away, so that's actually good. Um, we are going to teleport to some of the other lodestones that we sort of placed in other areas, so we would have access to more dwellberries. This one probably could get moved, unless actually this is why I put it here. It's by all these dwellberries. This is so cool. This area for the game was big for me. It coming out of those gates right there really added a feel to the game. I think they did a great job with that, sort of coming into a new area that's not familiar, and just seeing all the great vast parts of the game come together with that. I moved this one as well for doorbells, so I'd like to start doing that a little bit more while I sort of start to move things, um, because obviously initially they were for particular reasons, and then those reasons no longer made sense, so we had to readjust a lot of things um, to make more sense. So we're going to be continuously doing that though. um, I don't necessarily want to build like this. Would be a great spot for one actually. Look at all these dwellberries, so many. So I think that's something I'm actually going to do. I need to put one here as well, but I might have one. I don't, but I need to get one over there. So it looks like we've got this guy. I need to look where I'm at on the map. Okay, so I know where I'm at now. I need to add one here and potentially bring one from somewhere else that's not really being used effectively or efficiently, however you might want to prefer. But and if there's going to be a dire wolf spawn in there quite frequently as well, that could be beneficial. I can't believe I sacrificed my life right there for an onion, but it happened, and quite crazy. Great, I got that block off in time as well too. I almost didn't think I was going to. So let's go ahead and go over here. I don't know if I got these dwellberries. I did. So we're going to have to find a teleport way out. Looks like there's lots of bushes over that way too, but I think that's actually where there is a lodestone. So I didn't know how I wanted to go about it. I am sort of way away from my lodestones now, so it's actually not great. Because if I can't find one, it's going to be really hard to make adjustments. I think I just need to add more lodestones overall. I could have swore I had one over in this area somewhere, but I guess I made a mistake. But at least we're getting lots of 12 areas right now, right? Those are going to be important. So either way, I think it's a win. Let's go ahead and let's see if there's a reason. There's a reason this one's here as well. That's what gets a little bit tricky. You don't know what lodestone's for what, right? So it can be problematic because you're sort of confused with all the different ones I've got. Some of them I had for different reasons. I think what I'm going to have to do is pull up all the ones that had old uses, like primarily for the rune essence, right? We don't really use a lot of these anymore. So for that purpose, so I think we can actually start pulling all those up and then repurpose the ones I've currently got out here. And then obviously once Felalo comes to the game, I won't even need to have as many out here because there's going to be better things that I could be doing. So there's going to be lots of different upgrades that I can do. That's so interesting. That wolf right there, the way he was sort of positioned, I thought it was something else completely different on the ground. So let's try to find another lodestone. We need to add a lot more out here or repurpose ones that are already currently out here. So that's going to take a considerable amount of time. I could walk around, but it would be incredibly slow walking to do that. So I'll have to figure out the best way to do that. That makes the most sense. But right now we're actually getting tons of dwellberries, so it actually really works. I guess I could use my personal storage chest to be able to hold more, And then that would actually make quite a bit of sense. There's an onion right next to me. I don't want to forget to grab 2 of them. So we're definitely making some progress there right now on getting cooking materials. Just lots of running around, which can be eliminated by changing, like I stated, those lodestones and repurposing them, which I will be doing. It's just going to take a little bit of time to really get all that together. I missed that shot, and I missed again, and now he's dead. But, oh, we got another guy. So these are going to be good to have. Is that another guy behind the wall? No, I must miss Soul. But basically, we've got lots of work to do, and that's exciting because when you run out of things to do, that just sort of is not fun, right? So now we've sort of created more work for us to do, which is actually rather exciting for us. We just got to find more lodestones we can repurpose. I just don't see a lot of them right now. I don't really want to aggro that wolf, so we're not going to go that way. Let's go over here. We've got this, which looks like it does have a good purpose. Let's go here and see where this one is. I mean, there's obviously that animal bark, which is good to get. But there is a point where I'm not going to really need more of that, right? If it is actually used for making split bark armor, then that's something we can revisit later, which I've got no confirmation on that. That's just sort of a theory made up inside my head that it's going to be used for that. And if it's in fact not, then I'm just going to have a bunch of useless stuff inside my bank. So, or not bank, my chests. I always say bank, just so used to saying bank. But, so ultimately, this does not need to be here. This can get repurposed. Let's go ahead and move it. I guess this, trying to see where it would make sense. And I guess I really don't see anything over here that sort of really stands out. I don't see a lot of any one thing. So let's keep going until we can potentially find something. This actually looks really good right here. We're going to go here. Actually, we got to move it a little bit. We don't want that to not respawn in because it's too close. That's another thing, is make sure your stuff's not too close to plants or nodes because they will not respawn once you've picked them, which is something I had to learn the hard way. But now we've got that there. So there's lots of dwarberries we could pick. We got some onions over here. So we might just have to actually start building more, even though that can be a little bit tricky because they weigh a lot. Like I stated, I could use my personal storage chest, though. That would actually help a great deal with that. So not really in the mood for killing a lot of stuff right now, even though I started by basically saying we were going to be killing sheep and ram. So we've sort of changed our narrative a little bit there. There we go. We got him. So... okay, and I don't think I got these berries quite yet. Okay, so I think actually up here we see some more onions that we can grab. But we got quite a bit of resources. There's going to be a lot of repurposing going on. This is the big transition that's going to be happening. It's going to take some time to actually do it all. Let's go ahead, though, and see, actually, just for the sake of it, what we have in our personal storage chest. I don't think we've used this for so long. Just some logs. Let's see. I'm not going to go crazy right now with trying to relocate all of my different things. But look at that. That's crazy. Almost 200 of those, plus some other food. And... we got some shrapnel, which is quite nice. And we got 4 Garu packs. Not a ton, but those are going to be really important, especially if seeds are going to be inside of them. So I think I'll run around and collect a little bit of red berries for just a short moment and some potatoes. Here's some cabbage we can grab. I don't want to grab the flax because then it's just sort of too complicated. Then we got too much stuff in our inventory. Tried to get that deer, but that did not go very well. So much you can do in the game, and it's all very fun and just sort of therapeutic, which I say quite often, but it's true. So let's go ahead and get back to our base and put some of this stuff away. We'll put the food away first. All right, and we'll put this other stuff in here, and then let's go ahead and do an XP update and then send you guys on your way. I'm really excited for the next episode. I want to repurpose some of my lodestones and then probably get some blurite ore. We haven't actually done that in quite a while. So, attack 329,000 XP, range 68,000, woodcutting 1,002,000, construction 2,014,000, rune crafting 991,770, magic 124,000, mining 4,245,000, artisan 4,128,000, and cooking 503,172. Crazy. We've finally hit 500,000 cooking XP. So, anyway, guys, we really hope you guys are enjoying our content. We hope you guys are enjoying your adventures in RuneScape Dragonwilds. And until next time, Legion Ruda out.